G'day guys, and welcome to our round 7 of the BLGW show. I'm so excited to be back. We're halfway through the season and we are in for a cracker tonight. Told you I had some awesome guests lined up, and straight in my DMs was Brett from Angaston. He heard I was on the Pamps wagon and he could not come quick enough to get on the show, wanting to talk about the girls down there at Angaston who are absolutely on fire. Brett, welcome to the show, mate.
Thanks, Bailey. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Again,
it's an honour.
Mate, I'm really excited to get here, get pumped up about the Pamps. Again, massive battle for you girls this week, but before we jump in too quickly, a massive thank you to our sponsors. And guys, we're jumping into our round 7 wrap-up, brought to you by Rejuvenate Sports Remedial Therapy. Brett, we're going to go through the rounds, mate.
Yep.
But before we do, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've wound up at Angaston, and again, everybody knows I'm on the Pamps wagon. The girls are doing great this season. Really fabulous to see them back in the comp, right as rain, sitting second on the ladder. What brought you down to Angaston, mate?
Well, I'm an Angaston boy originally, so I played all my minis and moddies and stuff with Angaston, and then lucky enough to play A-grade football at a pretty young age at Angaston. Played at 15 years old and just loved the club, and found myself sort of drifted away from the club over the past sort of, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, and this was an opportunity to get back involved with the club I love, so couldn't pass it up. It was good.
And look, I did hear, again, family relations of one, Caitlin Rosie as well, who is a fan favourite on the show here as well.
Yeah.
Are we looking for maybe trying to reel her back from her Samford, maybe get her on the Pamps team?
Well, nah, she's pretty solid at Williston. She was there actually on the weekend. Yeah, she's obviously my niece, and yeah, it's the reason why I have a passion for women's football is because of her. So yeah, I've tried to get her to the Pamps, but nah, can't budge.
Hey, look, strong with Williston, and we respect Rosie for that, mate. But look, again, really great to see people getting around women's footy, and we were talking about it earlier on, is that people jumping behind and putting their hands up for roles like coaching and stuff, throwing the support behind the women's programs. It's absolutely great, and I'm sure Ango is bloody happy to have you back, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm bloody happy to be involved. Yeah, as I say, women's football is something I'm really passionate about. So.
And look, the way the Ango girls are going at the moment, mate,
yeah,
I think
it makes it easier as well.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. Look, we're going to jump into our round 7 wrap-up anyway, with the first game of the round, Gawler Central taking on Newry. My tips were blown out last week. Gawler Central kicking 1-1-7 to Newry's 5 goals, 9-39. Newry taking the cake by 32 points. I always knew Newry was up for the battle, but look, I think the likes Gawler Central, Taylor Botton and Cass Holland, again, the usual faithfuls, battled it out there, but Newry just took that one away. Renee Richardson, Emily Boothie obviously getting best on, but not to be outdone. Shani Trinity kicking 2 as well. Battle of the Tigers there,
yeah.
That was a big game.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have thought too many people would probably pick Newry in that game, but I'm surprised with the margin, but I'm not surprised with Newry beating them, because we played Newry 3 or 4 weeks ago, and they were really impressive, led by Emily Boothie that day, and they've got a girl named Jess Shermer in the ruck who's very, very good, and yeah, so not surprised, but probably just with the margin.
Absolutely, and again, I did see Gawler Central on the socials. I think throw around a couple of fines there, girls singing the song nice and loud. It was great to see. They're really chuffed to beat the Prems. Newry obviously taking over Gawler Central. It was just absolutely amazing to see. So. Game 2 was Light taking on Tanunda. Light kicking 2 goals, 2-14 to Tanunda's 5 goals, 7-37. Hot pies on the menu. Britt Watt was on absolute fire. Abby Underwood leads that team with class as always as well. I think Tanunda, they're just starting to pick the wind under their wings, and I think leading to the second half of the season, they're not going to be outdone easily.
Dangerous.
Absolutely. Light had their best in Kayla Collins, Jess Jones, and as always, Jazz Ellsworthy, solid as a rock. This round has been very close with the scores. I think this is what we're looking to see middle of the season.
Yep.
Light, obviously, always classy, but Tanunda, This pickup of these few Sample girls,
it's helping them, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And I mean, we played them round 1, and I think we play them in 2 weeks' time. I think it's going to be a lot different game than round 1.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's great to see these girls come back though and strengthen the league. So, I know that Light had a couple missing in that game, so they'll probably be a bit disappointed that they weren't there. Might have closed up the game a bit.
Absolutely.
But,
they're not a team to be outclassed easily, and that's what I mean. I think Miko's done a great job leading them this season. Again, leading to the second half, I think it's just going to pick up as the league does every year. We see it at this point every season. I think Light took a little bit of a beating this week, but I think they'll be back next week.
It's the pointy end of the season.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
Hey, look. Last game of the weekend, Williston took on your Ango girls. Williston 5 goals 7-37 to Ango's 2 goals 0-12. Your second half picked up. There was a battle there, and this scoreline is fantastic. Again, we know how great Williston is. I talk about it every week, every season. But your girls really had it out there. I thought you might be able to run over there. Yeah,
well, people that know me would know that I don't like losing, but I was super proud of the girls and the effort. Like, obviously, Williston are a very, very good team. And then for that second half to be 2 goals each with them, showed that we can match it with them, and we're not intimidated anymore. I think the girls, when we went into the game on Sunday, may have been a few of the young ones were a bit intimidated, but now they've seen that they can actually match it with them, and let's look forward to the next time we play them, mate.
I like that. I like to hear that. Again, Williston's best, Ellie Ward taking out the Think Road safety medal there. Absolutely classy as always. Ellie, I'm going to say it looks better in Barossa colours, mate, but great to see you've settled in at home at Williston. Looks great, mate. Lily Bornhold always leading there as well, kicking 3. Your best in Kate Case. Hayley Henke always solid for you. How good's Kate for a pickup for your team there?
Yeah, Kate Case has been a really good pickup for us. She's obviously played a lot of SANFLW with North Adelaide, and she was in the under-18 state team a few years ago, and you can see that she's just that next level, and she just wants to enjoy her footy. So she turned up on our doorstep, and we're pretty happy with that. So
absolutely, they're the kind of calls you answer, mate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly right.
Great to see, and that's what I mean. Again, this pointy end of the season, we're just rolling forward. These closer games, this was probably the round of the season so far, in terms of matching these games up. Footy is looking great here in the Barossa.
I'd have to disagree with you though. That was the first one we've lost, so it probably wasn't our greatest one of the season.
True, but hey, with a loss comes a little bit of fire.
Yeah, exactly
so we'll
right.
Give our tips for next week as well.
Yeah.
And so just after this, we'll jump into our round 8 tips. Alrighty, Brett, we're up for it, mate. I need your tips for the week. Round 8. First up, we've got Williston versus Newry. Newry's got a bit of fire in their belly after this week, I reckon.
They do.
Are they going to take it to the big Donnies?
I reckon this will be the game of the round, obviously. But I can't tip against Williston. They just got too many good players all over the field.
Yep.
But I'm tipping it'll be a real close game. We're within a kick.
Yeah, I like that. Note that down, guys. I'm going to jump behind Williston as well. Again, the likes of Ellie Ward and Lily, I think they're just so solid at the moment.
Yep.
There's no stopping those girls. We've got Tanunda taking on South as well. South coming off the bye. Tanunda coming off a win. What's going to happen there?
Yeah, again, South are really trying their hardest, and they're getting a team out there each week, which is a great thing, but it's hard to pick against Tanunda with the form that they're in, and the girls that they've got back in that side. I think it might be a bit of a one-sided one, that one.
Absolutely. Look, get up and about the Pies girls. I'm jumping on the wagon as well. Again, South coming off the bye, get back into it. Can't wait to see that game also. But your girls taking on Light as well. Ango v Light, mate. I don't like asking you to tip against your team, but what's going to happen here?
No, well, the last time we played Light was a really close game as well, so I think it was 2 points. They've got some dangerous players like Miko and Sasha Branson, and these girls, they're really talented, so I think we'll win, but...
I like that. You know, I'm going to, hey, just for conflict here, I'm going to jump on Light,
that's
mate,
fine.
all right?
Yeah,
so don't hate me. I'll come out and have a look here. And again, I think that's going to be an absolute battle for your girls. Your girls are absolutely on fire, but I think Light's going to have a bit of fire in their belly after going out down to Tanunda this week.
No, that's fair.
Absolute
fair
battle.
Cool.
Gawler Central kicked the feet up this week. We've got the buy for those as well. So look, Brett, thanks for coming on.
Nah, thank you for having me. It's been great.
Again, I did ask you about fines, so I hope they sling you a few fines into the jar for the end of season trip.
I think my Hamley Bridge boys will give me some fines. So.
I like that as well. Get on the fines, all right?
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, get around the Benchwarmers Facebook page. Give them a like and follow to keep up with everything to do with the show. Brett, mate, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys back here next week.